Welcome to the Mother Daughter-ish podcast. It's your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
This is Miss Dawn.
And Angelique.
From the 713. Houston, y'all. Get connected and stay connected weekly as new shows debut on Sunday, Wednesday, and please check out our Saturday Out and About showcases.
Enjoy the show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell every woman on the planet that you know about our show.
Here's our show for today. For your business. So I have put a post out and it's called Ask Miss Dawn any questions that you want, and it's got a list of things that just to give you some prompts on what you want to ask, but you are not limited to asking anything that you would like to know. And I just want to just let you know that there is absolutely no shortage of money, no shortage of funding, no shortage of getting contracts, no shortage of any of that. Now, one thing I will be doing is I will be showing you some things. I decided a couple of days ago that I wanted to go even deeper with information. And so I went ahead and I revived my Rumble page. And the Rumble page, I will go more into lessons. With the podcast, I like to keep it fun, keep it light, keep it knowledgeable, keep it informational, keep it where you can take some notes and do some research on your own. But over on Rumble, and I'm going to put the link down in the description, but over on Rumble, we're going to be going into very in-depth training, very in-depth information, very in-depth show and tell type of things. So like, for example, if I'm telling you about a multi-million-dollar behavioral health contract in the city of Dallas, which is literally one I just saw today, then I'm going to walk you through exactly what they're talking about, what they need. I will even talk to you about their budget if they lay it out, and then even give you an opportunity to figure out how to register. That is the one thing that I need you to know. You probably have heard rumors that, oh, you can just go on Google and you can pull up grants. But I promise you, if you go to Google and type in available grants or available contracts in my area and put your area location in there, you're going to get every fraud email from everybody who's going to say, okay, you can do this grant right here online. And at the end, when you've spent 6 hours on it, it'll say, oh, by the way, in order for us to process this, it's a processing administrative fee. It might say $450 or something. I want you to know those are fake. I want you to know that you have just donated $450 because you'll never be able to recover it, because those fake sites like that, they have thousands of bank accounts, and once one is hit, they close it down after they retrieve the money out of it. So I really want to bring people up on the game of not getting got when it comes to contracts and grants and things that have to do with the money. That's other people's money that can go toward your program, services, outreach, and education. But I also want to help people to be able to tap into the sources and the resources on those things. And again, over here on YouTube and my other platforms that we are hosted on, I want to keep it light and fun. I want to keep it so that when you listen, it's a quick listen. It's not a 1 hour lesson where you literally need your pen and paper and you got to go and do a little more extensive research, and that you may need to even hire someone out. And so I hope that you click on the link and you will register to the Rumble page. And I will tell you right now, there's nothing up there now because I just put my 52 topics together, and I'll just be picking and choosing from those topics. And I do have some people. Oh, this is exciting. I have some people that are going to be coming on this YouTube page on the podcast channel, and they will be asking me different questions about things that they want knowledge on. So you may get to hear anything. And I would tell you, sometimes like you're in a class or you're doing a workshop or something, you may not ask a question because you're like, well, I don't want everybody to know what my question is. And I get that. I absolutely get that. I'm going to have people that are going to come on the show on this channel right here for podcasting, for YouTube. They're going to be asking me questions. You'll get to hear those answers. Whatever they ask me, I'm going to answer it for in real time and very specific to them. Like I was saying, sometimes when you're in an event, you may not want to ask a question because you don't want people to know that you've asked it. Well, here's the deal. Sometimes by other people asking questions, it could actually be the question you wanted to ask, but maybe just in a different way. And so you'd be able to gain that knowledge. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of knowledge here on just some of the things. And by the way, from the moment that you do see me start posting on Rumble, I want you to know we're going to continuously do one lesson a week on Rumble, which is hence why I ended up coming up with 50 something topics, because there's 52 weeks in the year. So I just kind of wanted to, get that information out, because it's going to be really fun, because I do want to just continue teaching and teaching and teaching. I think it's really going to end up being fun. So some of the things that we'll be talking about is foundational business tips. So anything that has to do with tips for your business. It could be, how to plan, do your business plan. It could be talking about your budget. I'm just going to walk through those elements of all of that. I think that is super important. I have people have me doing business plans for them all the time. I'm going to be talking about getting contracts and funding. So that could be contracts or grants. The next thing is, if you have a 501c3 nonprofit, we're going to get real deep with grants that get green. So we want some grants that are going to bring in some money, right? We're going to be talking about networking for net gains. I wrote a book called 7 Days of Networking. And I'm telling you, the only thing I wanted to express in that book is how creating a dynamic networking social life can also increase your net worth. And so it was called 7 Days of Networking. I wrote it, I think, back in either 2008 or 10 or something. I have the book right here, but I don't feel like pulling it off the shelf. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about marketing and talk about your mission for marketing. And I am not a marketing expert, but I do know the things that work. And I'm talking about really simple things. Like on this list right here, I've only got like 10 things that I'm going to share that I know works, because I don't know everything, but I know people who know things. And I'm excited to be able to have people in my circle that I can invite on a call, and they can be the expert of that particular topic. We're going to talk a little bit about selling and serving. You know what? A lot of things that people don't know about selling is that it is a service, and that is why it should be handled in certain ways. Selling is a service, because I've heard people say, well, I don't need that because I'm not selling anything. Just the mere fact that you're the business owner, you're selling yourself, because you got to sell me on I can trust you. You got to sell me on you're the best value. Like, I'm going to go through all of that so that people can understand it. We're going to talk about time management. We're going to talk about team building, and we're going to talk about tech. I cannot wait to talk to you about AI and show you how much fun I've been having with AI. And I'm going to do some demonstrations. Believe it or not, I just spent 10 hours with a client showing her how to use AI, and in a different way. She was using it in one way. That was what I call the long way to Grandma's house. Now she has a shortcut like Little Red Riding Hood, whereby she can go through the woods and take the shortcut instead of the road, So we're going to have some fun with that. So I hope that for the month of July, when it is over and August hits and fall's getting ready to fall on in, that you are actually creating a dynamic plan for 2026. I know. I know it sounds far away. I know it sounds like, what are you talking about? But I just want you to know that on July the 1st, or it might have been the 2nd, I want you to know that I walked into Hobby Lobby. So on Monday, I walked into Hobby Lobby this week, and they already had the Christmas trees up. The store was already beautiful. I walked in singing reindeer songs. I mean, I could literally hear Mariah Carey going, "It's time." I mean, I literally could hear that in my brain as I'm walking through Hobby Lobby. But I do this every year. Every time July comes around, I know everybody does the Christmas in July who loves Christmas for December. They do their Christmas in July, and I was so happy to be able to be there and see it, because I find it to be very interesting that people have their specific holidays that they really, really love. My point is, it's never too late to start planning for next year, even if it's February. If it's February, you could still be planning for the next year. I don't know about you, but when I buy my handheld calendar and planner in October of every year, I'm always thinking about, I wonder what next year's is going to look like. Here I am in July of 2025, and this weekend I will be going to purchase on July the 4th or 5th, whatever day I decide to go to Barnes & Nobles, because that's who I'm loyal to when it comes to my calendars. Until I create my own calendar, I'm loyal to them, and I'm definitely thinking about creating my own planner. But I'm loyal to them, and I'm happy that they're still in business. They got me through many, many, many times of needing to purchase books and purchase calendars and go in and get little niche type items. So I'm so thankful for Barnes & Noble to be open. They made it through the pandemic, and I'm happy about that. But I am already this weekend getting ready to purchase my 2026 calendar, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I have so many goals, I have so many bucket lists, I have so much travel, I have so many things that I will be accomplishing that I have to go ahead and get them on the calendar. And I want to be in an awesome place where I'm sitting out on a balcony or a veranda or overlooking some ocean or something, and I want to sit there and be planning out my 2026, because I am so super excited about the planning phase of anything that I'll be working on for that upcoming year. So listen, take some time and listen to the Mother Daughter Ish podcast. Make sure that you click the link in the description bar for Rumble, because we're going to go there. And sometimes we're even going to be live. But if you register, it'll give you a notification, I believe, where you can do it. I want to share with you that I taught myself how to use Canva. And I want to tell you about my 3, 4, 5-year journey of trying to teach myself and other people attempting to teach me. And I just want to tell you about it because I want to motivate you, to let you know that anything you really, really, really want to do, you can do. I'm sitting here today and I was listening to a book that I read probably 15 years ago, and it's called The Magic of Believing. But because I'm going to be starting a book club, I said, I need to refresh that one. I know Think and Grow Rich by hand, so that's no problem. And I've done that mastermind book club thing for so long. It's like, okay, wait. But for The Magic of Believing, I wanted to reread it again because my daughter and I were having some conversations, and I was like, yeah, I think I need to tell her to read this book. And I sent it over to her in PDF, and I believe she's reading it. But everything starts with your belief system, and everything starts with how you feel about what you believe. I'm the type of person that I've had people tell me weird things, and I say, who taught you that? And it makes them think, like, was that a taught behavior, or was that a learned behavior, or was that with my own volition of thinking? So get ready for this month. I am going to start talking about some things up until the days that I do interviews. I'll be setting up the interview dates, by the way, next week. With the holiday, I didn't want to bother too many people about getting things together for me because, people can be picky about that, and that's fine. But I'm pretty excited about it, and I can't wait to share with you. In August, we've got awesome shows coming up. September, I can't even tell you how much excitement I have for September. That's my birthday month, and I can't even tell you what I have planned for you in September because it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Well, that's all I wanted to share with you. I wanted to share 2 things. This month is going to be all about asking me any questions about business. It's going to be all about making sure that you get over there and you can join us on Rumble so that you can go live with us sometimes, or you can get over there and actually learn some real lessons on things. That's all I wanted to share with you today. And I want to say thank you for being a subscriber of the Mother Daughter Ish podcast. If you have anything that you can teach or you can show and tell, come on the show and let us know. I'm excited about that. All right, mothers and daughters. Bye for now.
Let's talk about it. I gotta admit, proud of who you become, and everything that you've done. Mother and daughter are always greater.
TikTok like that.
It's not on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. That's on IG.
Anything you see on IG is on TikTok.